Today we're going to talk about the psychological prison that you're building yourself and how it's destroying your confidence, your friendships, and your dating life. So first of all, why we constantly compare ourselves, it stems from a good thing. It's evolutionary. Status and hierarchy back in the day, they literally mattered for survival and reproduction, and they still do. But the problem is, back in the day, you might be in your tribe with 150 people. So there might be that one, super jacked guy, and then you might, if you tried a little bit, you might be fifth. But social media amplifies this by about 1,000 because you only see the top 0.1% out of a sample size of, 2 billion, 1 billion people or 1 billion guys. So it really screws with your brain and it makes you think like these guys are much more common than they actually are. And it just makes you feel really crap about yourself. And also you literally compare your everyday self to these people's highlight reel, which is even worse. So it's not even just a top 0.1%, it's a top 0.1% on their best day with the best photo, with the best lighting, etc. And so the trap with comparison is you're always looking up the ladder, you're never looking down. And so every win feels temporary because somebody's always winning more than you. And it creates a scarcity mindset. If he's successful, there's less success for me. When was the last time that you celebrated your own win without immediately thinking about someone that's doing better? Or even someone that's doing worse? Because it's bad both ways. Because if you start comparing with someone below you, eventually you compare with someone better than you. So comparison just completely destroys you. So first of all, it just erodes confidence from your life. Like you become a walking insecurity meter. You're constantly scanning for threats, people better than you. Your success feels hollow because, like I said, there's always that person that's doing better than you, that's winning more than you. And you develop like imposter syndrome because your identity is built on external validation. Just to feel happy, you need other people to tell you how good you are at things. So yeah, this will screw with your friendships because you can't genuinely be happy for your friends because you're constantly thinking about them doing better than you. And your friends see you as threats and you see them as threats, which is obviously not a friendship. And it creates these fake relationships built on one-upping each other rather than actually genuinely connecting. It's like a friendship group where no one can be happy for each other's promotions or relationships or achievements because in the back of their heads, like even though they'll say, "Oh, that's great, man," in the back of their head they're thinking, "Oh, screw that guy. How's he got there and I haven't? He's so much worse looking than me. How's he got that goal? Or how he does his job so much worse than me. How's he got promoted?" And the same thing is true in dating as well. Like you just get that insecurity and neediness. You constantly need to prove you're better than other guys instead of just being present. And yeah, every conversation needs a subtle flex in there, a little subtle brag. And if she doesn't acknowledge it, then you start to feel bad and start to feel worse, and then acts like petty. And you become too busy performing to just genuinely connect and build that relationship, right? And yeah, it's more focused on yourself rather than on her, which is the complete opposite of how it should be going, right? You should be focused on getting to know her and her on you. But instead, you're focused on proving yourself. So you just lose all of that credibility. If you're constantly looking over your shoulder for the next guy or worrying about the next guy that's coming, you're not going to be present and she'll sense that on you, right? So next we're going to look at some healthier alternatives. So first of all, you swap or we transition from competitor to creator. So instead of trying to win somebody else's game, you create your own. So you focus on building something meaningful rather than beating somebody meaningless. You know what I mean? And so if you think about this is like instead of just beating somebody who's, you know, somebody who doesn't really matter to you, let's say you're at the gym and you see some little skinny guy just showed up like, "Oh wow, I'm lifting more than him." It's like no one cares. Instead, you should channel your energy into something a lot more meaningful. Like channel that competition. Because I made a video just before about aggression, and so aggression is a really good thing, and competitiveness is a really good thing. But you want to channel that competitiveness into something more valuable, right? So yeah, stop being a consumer. Stop consuming other people's success stories. Start to create your own. Like, oh, write your own story. But you know what I mean. Like, if you use all of the energy that you're currently using or you're currently wasting watching other people succeed, and you use that towards your own success, you'll at least be in a better place than you are currently, guaranteed, right? So you want to build real competence. You want to develop skills that actually matter to you, not just that impress others. Like, for example, you could I have a guitar right over here. I don't know if it's in the frame, but or the drums even. There's learning music for the joy of music versus learning music to be cooler than someone else or to be better than someone else, which is just stupid because no one really cares, right? So just design a life that you want, like not one that looks good on social media. Because realistically, life's too short for you to waste time trying to prove yourself to others that really don't care about you. So you want to reframe those male friendships. You want to celebrate your friends' wins as your own, and you want to, because the success makes the group stronger. You want to healthily compete with them, but simultaneously also tell them when they've done something good. And you want to create a support system rather than a hierarchy. So you want to, yeah, you want to celebrate their achievements. Ask how can I help rather than how can I beat this. Just stuff like that. So the reality check is that you're gonna die someday. Yeah. Do you want to die having your life spent on crap like keeping score? Or do you want your life to be meaningful, full of real friends, real connections, and real experiences? Of course, the latter, right? So I want you to unfollow the accounts that make you feel shit about yourself. That's the first thing. Do that right now. Secondly, I want you to start one project that's purely for your own growth and satisfaction. And thirdly, I would like you to genuinely celebrate the next win in your friend group with as much eagerness and as much happiness as if it were your own. Confidence isn't built by being better than other people. It's built by being better than you were yesterday. Like, 1% better every day. But you don't want to be constantly looking towards others for validation for yourself, because it will eventually derail you. Like, of course, competition is healthy to some degree, but just don't go overboard with it. Like, I guess that's the point of this video. There's nuance to it. Competition is good, but when you keep your mind in that position for too long, eventually you start to spiral and bring yourself down. So yeah, stop living through comparison and start living through action. Just start doing things, and your future self will thank you. So yeah, interact with the video, subscribe for building confidence that actually lasts. Comment on your biggest struggle with comparison, and let's help break each other's together. And remember, here on this channel, No More Awkward, we build confidence to last. So give it a like and help more people see it. Even share it with a mate. Thanks for watching.